Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Multan Public School and College. Dear students, I hope you are fine. Now, class O level 8, subject computer, teacher's name Muhammad Qasim Qureshi. Now we continue your chapter number 2, communication and internet technologies. In the previous lecture, you will study different data style data transmission, simplex, half, duplex, full duplex, serial and parallel data transmission modes. And now we will discuss the communication style in asynchronous and synchronous data transmission. First, I explain asynchronous data transmission. Asynchronous data transmission refers to a data being transmitted in an agreed bit pattern. Data bits 1s and 0s are grouped together and sent with control bits. Start bit, then complete data, then stop bit. This means that the receiver of the data knows when the data starts and when it ends. This prevents data becoming mixing up without these control bits. It would be impossible to separate groups of data as they arrived. In asynchronous transmission, data is transmitted character by character. There are irregular gaps between characters in this transmission. It is cheaper to implement because data is not saved before it is sent. It uses a special start signal. The signal is transmitted at the beginning of each message. The start signal is sent when the character is about to be transmitted. A start bit has a value of 0. It is called space state. The value of 0 indicates that a character is about to be transferred. It alerts the receiver and it gets ready to receive the character. If start bit has a value of 1, it indicates that the line is idle. It is also called a mark state. This is the basic rule that start with sender, then stop data start, stops data start, stop data start. This is the basic concept of asynchronous transmission. Now move on to second transmission. Synchronized data transmission is a continuous stream of data, unlike asynchronous data which is sent in the discrete groups. The data is accompanied by the timing signal generated by an internal clock. This ensures that the sender and receiver are synchronized with each other. The receiver counts how many bits were sent and then reassembles them into bytes of data. The timing must be very accurate here since there are no control bits are sent in this type of data transmission. In short, in the synchronized mode, the saved data, asynchronous transmission, not data is to be saved, to be sent. But in asynchronous transmission mode, the saved data is transmitted block by block. Each block may consist of many characters. It uses a clock to control the timings of the bits before being sent. A large amount of information can be transmitted at a single time with this type of transmission. Sender, complete data transmitted, receiver. Synchronized transmission is much faster than the asynchronous transmission because there is no gap between the characters. This transmission is suited for remote communication between a computer and a related device called printer. In short, Asynchronous transmission is transmitted data character by character. Synchronized transmission data transmit data block by block. I think you understand this concept. Now move on to another type, universal serial bus. This is also data transmission. This is a cable USB to be used data transfer from the internet 4 wires shielded cable. The universal serial bus is an asynchronous serial data transmission method. It has quickly become the standard method for transferring data between a computer and a number of devices. Essentially, the USB cable consists of a 4-wire shielded cable. 2 of the wires are used for power and the earth, and 2 of the wires are used in the data transmission. When a device is plugged into a computer using one of the USB ports, the computer automatically detects that the device is present. This is due to the small change in the voltage level on the data signal wire in the cable. The device is automatically recognized and the appropriate device driver is loaded up so that the computer and device can communicate effectively. If a new device is detected, the computer will look for the device drivers which matches the device. If this is not available, the user is promoted to download the appropriate software. Even though the USB system has become the industrial standard, there are still a number of benefits and the drawbacks to using this system. Now first we discuss the benefits of USB. Devices plugged into the computer are automatically detected. Device drivers are automatically uploaded. The connectors can only fit one way. This prevents the incorrect connection being made. Number 3 benefit, this has become the industry standard. This means that considerable support is available to users. Number 5, several different data transmission rates are supported. Newer USB standards are backward compatible with older USB standard bytes. Now move on to the drawbacks. The maximum cable length is presently about 5 meters. The present transmission rate is limited to less than 500 megabytes per second. The older USB standard may not be supported in the near future. In short, USB is an asynchronous serial data transmission, and this will be used 4-wire shielded cable and also 2 for cable power and 2 for the earth. This is the data transmission finishing. Now error checking methods. When the data is to be transmitted from one to second place, another place from receiver to sender, this is also possible that number of errors to be held in during the transmission. So try to remove the error during the transmission. Different techniques are to be used. Following data transmission, there is always the risk that the data has been corrupted or changed in some way. This can occur whether data is being transmitted over short distances or over long distances. Checking for errors is important since computers are not able to check that text is correct. Computer has no ability to check your data is to be correct. This is only a software working. They can only be recognized whether a word is in their built-in dictionary or not. For example, can you read this? Undo, believe that I could. This is according to the mistakes in this paragraph. Amazing high whistles. from an unknown source at Cambridge University. While you probably hard little problem understanding the text, a computer would be unable to make any sense of it. This is why error checking is much an important part of the computer technology. This section considers a number of ways that can be used to check for errors so that you don't end up with text as shown in the simple example. A number of methods exist which can detect errors and in some cases actually correct the error. The methods covered in this section are parity checking, automatically repeat request, echo sum and checksum. Now we will discuss only one error checking method is a parity checking method. Is one method used to check whether the data has been changed or corrupted following transmission from one device or medium to another device or medium. A byte of data, for example, is allocated a parity bit. This is allotted before transmission takes place. Each system that use even parity have an even number of 1 bits. System that are odd parity have an odd number of 1 bit. Consider the following byte 1101100. This is a bit of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 digits. So this is in this pattern you see that the 1 is equal to 4. This is even parity. So even parity will be used as a 1 bit. So the first bit consider as a 1. If this byte is called even parity, then the parity bit needs to be 0 since there is already an even number of 1 bits. If odd parity is being used, then the parity bit needs to be 1 to make the number of 1 bits odd. Therefore, the byte just before transmission mode will be either even parity, then it will be added first bit is 0. And now odd parity 1101100. Odd parity is equal to 1. Before data is transferred, an agreement is made between the sender and receiver regarding which of the two types of parity are used. This is an example of a protocol. Now you also do the activity 2.2. Find the parity bits for each of the following bytes. Part A 1101101 even parity used. 000 4 times ones even parity used. 0110 000 even parity used. This is done if a byte has been transmitted from A to B and even parity is used, an error would be flagged. If the byte now had an odd number of 1 bits and the receiver's end. I think you understand the even parity bits checks and also to be discussed on Thursday in your lecture discussion matters. You point out and also you will discuss with me if you face some trouble. Okay, thanks. Allah Hafiz.